Hello everyone, my name is EVOO. It is great to see you and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. You know, growing up in an Italian household, we never ate cold soup. But I gotta tell you, in my recent trip to Spain, I had Gazpacho soup a number of times and boy was it ever good. It inspired me to come up with today's recipe. We're gonna make Spanish Gazpacho soup. Let's get started right now. So this dish is not only very healthy, but it is delicious and so easy to make. So we're going to start off with 2 pounds, about 1 kilo of tomatoes. And quite simply, we're going to cut up our tomatoes. I've got the blender right beside me here. Everything goes in cold, so just slice up your tomato. I like to quarter them. Remove the green stem part. That'll add a little bit of a bitter flavor, so you don't want any of that in there, but basically quarter your tomato and put it into a blender. So you see the green here? We're just gonna remove that bit of green from the tomato. There we go. So cut up your I'm gonna cut up the 2 pounds, 1 kilo of tomato and put them right into the blender. And here we go, our last one. Now the riper the tomatoes, the better, okay? And this variety has a fair amount of seeds. If you can get a variety with fewer seeds, even better. Okay, so next we're gonna add cucumber. This is a way too much cucumber. All we need is 1 small cucumber, or I'm gonna say about 6 inches of cucumber. That's really all you want, 5 to 6 inches of cucumber. Remove the skin. Now this is a seedless model. But if you have one with seeds, by all means, remove the seeds. Okay, so the cucumber goes in. Now I have here 1 bell pepper. You could use green, red, yellow, orange. Use the bell pepper that you like the most. Today I'm using orange. I do like orange. I also like red bell peppers, but today I'm going to use orange. And basically all you want to do is remove the core, remove the seeds, okay, and then just slice it up. There we go. 4 pieces, in it goes. Same thing here, just remove the core and the seeds. Okay. And cut, and cut. Alrighty, so that's getting pretty full. So before we add any more ingredients, let's make a little bit of noise. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because I just wanted to make some room. As you can see, our blender is getting filled. Okay, next I've got 1 clove of garlic. Just take 1 clove of garlic, smash it, and put it right in. Next we're going to add 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And use a very good extra virgin olive oil because after all, you're going to be eating this directly. So you want to make sure you have a good extra virgin olive oil. We're also going to add some apple cider vinegar. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The more traditional Spanish recipes call for sherry vinegar. So if you can find sherry vinegar, by all means use it. But in my recipe, I like to use apple cider vinegar. So that's what I'm using. 2 tablespoons apple cider vinegar. Now I have 1 slice of bread. This is my own homemade bread. In fact, if you haven't seen my homemade bread recipes, I've got a number of them. They're easy to make. They're delicious. I'll put a link in the description. You can check them out. But take 1 slice of bread, of your favorite bread. Just remove the crust. Okay, because that's going to give a dark color. We don't want the crust in there. And the crust, of course, does not go to waste. I will be drying this crust and adding in. I like to make my own breadcrumbs, so I will use this when I go to make my breadcrumbs. Okay, so I just put that aside. So there I have my crustless bread. I just so happen to have the sink close by. I'm just going to wet it. Okay. And put it in, water and all. Right in it goes. Okay, now the only last ingredient there is to add, that's salt. And what you want to do here, folks, is add salt to taste. So for that amount of tomato, I like to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Again, you could add as much or as little salt as you like. You could also add a little black pepper at this stage, but I opt not to. Now, quite simply, we're going to make a little more noise. What you want to do is you want to blend this until it's smooth, or at least to the consistency that you want in a soup. I like mine extra smooth and creamy, so we're going to let this grind up. Power on. Let's blend it. Oh, that is looking really, really good. Okay, so our soup is made, but it's not ready yet. I just want to show you the consistency of this soup. So it's relatively thick, but it's smooth. That's it right there, and it's got beautiful color to it. I'm just going to put that back in. Actually, let's sample a little. Oh boy, this one is going to be extremely tasty. Okay, so in order for this to get ready, it needs to be chilled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. This soup is served cold. It's very refreshing and it's delicious. So I'm going to chill this now, and then we're going to come back and do the taste test, even though I've already sampled it. Boy, it was good. Let's get this chilled and finally served. All right, time to take it out of the fridge. Let's get some plated. So our yield here is about 1.5 liters of gazpacho. And let's pour some into a bowl. I want you to see the texture here. Okay, there we have it. Now, for dressing, you could dress this up as you wish. What I like to do is a little bit of oregano, just a bit. Okay, there we go. And I like to drizzle a tad bit of olive oil, of course, extra virgin olive oil on top. There we go, a nice little drizzle. And then you can dress it up with some bread, fresh bread, or some croutons. There you go, look at that. That's worth a photo right there for Instagram. Oh my goodness, okay. I also need my soup spoon. I am going to enjoy this. One last look. Take a look at that, folks. Nice presentation, full of flavor, healthy, delicious. What more can you ask for? And so easy to make. Outstanding. You know what? I would have never thought that I would have enjoyed cold soup. But I got to tell you, the Spanish folks, they have a winner here with this gazpacho. It is really, really good. Tell you what, folks, if you've never made it, I hope you give my recipe a try. It's absolutely delicious. This now I will keep in the refrigerator, and Laura and I can enjoy this daily throughout the week with no problem at all. Let's make a nice little addition to our lunch or as an appetizer before dinner. Whatever the case may be, and wherever you're tuning in from, I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. Cooking is easy, cooking is fun. Hope you give it a try. Till next time, buon appetito.